I opened the door and started yelling, telling them to get the hell off of my property, and that I wouldn't hesitate to call the cops. My mother came to me and tried to hug me, which would have been the first time she ever hugged me, but I stepped back and reached for my phone. I said I wasn't scared to call the police and I would have them all arrested. That's when I saw a little girl no older than 6 jump out of the truck, looking scared and confused. This was, of course, my younger sister. When my fiancée saw my younger sister, she started getting emotional. She asked me to talk privately for a second. When we went inside, she told me that as much as my parents had done me wrong, we couldn't just leave them on the street like that, especially not with a little child. I tried to tell her that they would find someone else, but that I couldn't have them in my home. She begged me, and finally I allowed them to stay only for a little, just until they got back on their feet. They stayed in the guest room downstairs. They would constantly complain that it was too small, and my dad even got mad at me for renovating his childhood home. I tried to ignore it for my fiancé's sake, but they were really getting on my nerves. My younger sister seemed like the reasonable one in the family. I started feeling bad for her, because I knew what it was like to be in her place, and I knew that she didn't ask for any of it. A week later, I was sitting at the table eating breakfast when I got a notification on my phone. It said I was added to a group called The Plan, which has my dad, my mother, and my fiancée. I was starting to look through the messages when my father kicked me out, but I saw him send "You were supposed to share his contact, not add him, smart."